What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 29 of our Millwall career here on Football Manager 20. And as you can see, look at that. 4 wins in a bloody row. You've been here for most of them. But, you know, we had the Bournemouth win 3-0, then the Sheffield, and then we went in the Carabao Cup to Newcastle and got trounced 4-1. Then we beat Leicester, and then while you were gone, in between episodes, I played this game. I planned on playing Newcastle Wolves today, but this one fell right before an international break, and we just saw Newcastle the episode before, so I wasn't going to do that. We did win this game 2-0. We had Ryan Manning also miss a penalty, and I think the difference from what we did last time, because I changed things around to kind of mimic what we did last time when we got trounced 4-1 and played a little bit better in the second half, played a little bit wider, a little bit more direct, but I defended a little bit narrower. But one thing I did change was from positive to balanced, and that seemed to help us out. It drew us on, and then we had 3 against 2 kind of forward a little bit more often, and we took advantage of that. But today, we have Wolves, we have Tottenham, and as you can see in the league, we sit here in 9th, which is pretty great. 5-3-4 to start the year. We are 10 points ahead of Newcastle in 18th, so that is obviously massive. But at the moment, in a really good spot. If we beat Wolves today at home, we pass Wolves up, which would be amazing. We jump into 8th, but we're not really looking at that. As we said, we're looking to survive this year, and for the moment, we are doing some good surviving. One bit of bad news from last episode: Shane Ferguson out 2 to 3 months with a hip injury on international duty. Yeah, not ideal. Not what we want to see. But we'll bring Kikas onto the bench, and we'll see going forward from here. And hopefully we can cause some problems. There's a current issue I have here where I want to play Polina more. I kind of think we're going to send him out on loan in January. I want to play him more, and he's a good player, and he's going to be a good player, but at the moment, Todorovic and Romeo sit in front of him, and if we can get him some playtime, that'll probably help him out. But we're going to go with our regular first team right here, except I'm going to play Finley today instead of Bednarek. Finley, every time he's played, has been playing pretty well, and he's also been complaining about not playing enough. But everyone else, ready to roll. Manning is going to have a tough second half of the year. He's got to kind of hold off that left back spot on his own mostly. So we're going to see how that goes. An injury there, and we might be in a bit of a pickle, and hopefully that won't happen. But let's jump into this Wolves game. As we said, we have Wolves and Tottenham today. Tottenham notorious for being one of the first bigger teams to fall off in Football Manager. We'll see if we can speed that process up, but for now, Wolves, a very tough team, and they're not playing their normal 5 at the back kind of system, so we'll see how this goes, guys. But a big game for us, or they're all big games as we look to survive. And coming on the overlap left, Mangala on it for Wolves, Sissoko, Gibbs White. There are some good players here at Wolves. As that gets clipped forward, it's come back, and just like that, a minute in, we're behind. Romero with the goal. Not the start we were looking for, was it? Too easy, seemingly, for Wolves here. Just going right over the wingback and then up to the other wingback. And he beats Manning in the air, and it's just, yeah, lovely stuff. Lovely start. 1-0 to Wolves. Not what we want to see. Not what we want to see. Let's see if we can find something here. We do have a throw. Wallace, Todorovic. It's a good ball in. Wallace in down here, and he gets to the byline. Has it cleared out for a corner. Can we get a Cooper head onto it? Looked like he might for a moment. It's come back to Ammon. It's clipped back to Wallace, who's free on the other end, and Wallace goes for goal, but it's a really good block. Keeps it from going on target as that gets clipped in. Cooper can't get to it. Cooper, remember, being a huge part of both goals last game. Had an assist and a goal for himself, both on corners. In a game we really dominated, to be completely fair, but obviously playing a huge portion of the game, the big man at the back. Now can we grab it here? Cooper on it. He gets it clipped forward to Wallace. Still holding on to it. Almost loses it, but Todorovic is in a good spot. Gets it to Wallace now, and Wallace goes for goal. And it is wide. Not doing too poorly, but, you know, we are one behind. So we need to do a little bit better. But Wolves come forward. Gibbs White on it now. Out wide, Romero, the goal scorer. Here's Johnny, clips it back, and it's an easy enough header at the back post. It looks like this is going to continue. Finley and Durham gets it forward to Ammon, and Ammon does well to take that down. Ammon gets it out wide. Wallace does take it inside, gets it in. And here's Noel, can't do anything about it there, and then Wallace has his shot blocked as it cannoned out to him. We're holding on to the ball. 63% possession as Cooper gets a header and it goes over the bar. We're having some shots, but they've had the only goal. And, yeah, not great in that aspect. Everything else is going well except for the one that matters. As Emmon's on it and has it just nicked off him there. Not really too much effort. It gets forward to Catrone, and Catrone races forward, and it's a really big save from Plazzari. Needed to save that. They're creating better chances, Wolves. And we're going to need to do a little bit better all the way around here if we want to grab anything from this game and turn it around just a little bit as we approach the half-hour mark. Wolves are a good team. I'm not overly worried about the result. I just want to see us play a little bit better in a game at home like this. But there's some good players here. Is that Jonathan David? It is Jonathan David. There are some good players here. Shalaba, good FIFA or good Football Manager players too. Jimenez, Zappacosta, some good players, and this has flown by here. The last 15 minutes there. Disappointing, everybody. We need to wake up just a little bit. Left back is a position we're going to have to strengthen next year. Ferguson is a player we were going to probably move on. O'Brien, for those wondering, has asked to move on. He feels he's done all he can here, which is, you know, fair enough to him, but we'll be sad to see him go as time ticks and ticks here. 15 minutes gone. There hasn't been anything really in terms of attacking from any team yet in the last half hour or so. Been very much blank. Let's get some demand more out of the lads. See if we can force something else here. A very kind of game. And that is kind of annoying. Let's see if we can lead it a little bit more direct. Nothing is happening here. More direct, more tempo. We're not going to work ball into the box just yet. Or at all, really. We're going to need to just get shots on target. They have a throw in deep in their own half. Can we nick it up high off the pitch? Or is they going to build it out of the back? So that gets clipped forward. Jimenez does win it, but Finley's there to clean up. Bacuna gets it clipped forward. Not the greatest pass forward from Bacuna, is it? And Romero going to run at Manning, who does well. And Dowell, I thought he had that there, he didn't, and now Wolves come forward, and this feels like a Wolves highlight. It's out wide to Johnny, and Johnny gets by Romero, back across. Jimenez has it blocked, and it's cleared away. We haven't had a shot since halftime, which is ridiculous. Nonsensical stuff. We attack wider. I'm not sure. Don't have to pass into space. They're not really coming forward and coming at us in a way there. What I am going to do is I'm going to take Durham off, bring Ben Thompson on, and move him a little bit further forward along with Dowell. See if we can force something here, but not too many more dice rolls. Oh, did they score? That says Jonathan David scored in the 81st minute. That didn't happen, right? Doesn't say so. That's very weird. Okay, well, we have a corner, and it's clipped in. Cooper gets that. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, no. That was the opportunity. That's what we were looking for. And we hit the post with a minute to go. Oh, no. That's what we were looking for. Just one more opportunity. It didn't happen. As that gets put out for a free kick. It's not put out for a free kick. He's offside. Is there one more opportunity here? It doesn't look like it. And it looks like we are going to lose here to Wolves. So that gets clipped forward to Bradshaw. Is there one more opportunity? Bully with a good tackle. That's going to go out for a corner. It's got to happen here if it's going to happen at all. It's clipped in. Finley, oh, he gets the header on and it's straight at Patricio. Ugh. A 1-0 loss at home. Not ideal, but... man. I don't even know what to say after that, but it's just not ideal, is it? We're still 10 points ahead. It's going to stay that way, obviously. Everyone's played. But they created the more chances, and the early goal really helped them out. And now we have a tough one against Tottenham. We have a tough portion of our schedule coming up. And, yeah, we're going to have to... We're going to have to collect a couple points here and there over the next couple of games. If not, we're going to kind of be down around that bottom portion. I know we're sitting in 8th now or 9th or whatever it may be, but that 10-point gap can disappear rather quickly. We have Tottenham to play. We have United in there. We're going to take a look at it right now, but difficult stuff coming our way. So we will have to see. Another 6.5. Tuazi's just in a bad spot, unfortunately. Schedule. Here we go. Tottenham and then Watford and Liverpool, Stoke, City, and then we kind of ease up a bit. So every other game here is difficult over the next 5. If we can win the ones in the middle, Stoke, Watford, that'll keep them at bay a little bit. But away to Tottenham, home to Watford, away to Liverpool, home to Stoke, away to City. So these 3 tough ones are all the way from home. Not ideal, but let's jump forward. We'll jump forward into the Tottenham game, and we'll see if we can grab something in the London Derby. Alrighty, folks, here we are. Away to Tottenham. An all-London tie. I'm actually going to change a thing or two. We're going to bring Ben Thompson in. Todorovic is going to stay. Manning, I'm going to keep Finley here, I think. Finley's a pretty good player. We're just going to keep him along here for the moment. Just a little bit more defensive with Thompson. Hopefully that can cause problems. We're going to keep Noel. He's been scoring a few goals here and there as well. He's already got more than he did last season, so we'll see. We're going to need Dowell to step up a little bit. Let him know his recent form hasn't been good enough. That's fine. Is there something else? Maybe if we can just stick him to advanced playmaker. And see what happens. We'll put him on attack because he does like to get into these positions a little bit more. But let's jump into that. We are going to jump down to balanced and see what happens. But we aren't going to run positive just yet in this one. A tough team here. Let's just jump into it. Let's not delay it any more. And let's see if we can grab something here on the road to Tottenham. That would be a heck of a result, and it would really show that we're coming along in this Premier League, but it'll also be a really good result in general if we can just grab it, because this is a proper good team. His son just kind of sneaks through everybody and gets a shot up Lazari. Newcastle have taken the lead. Not something we want to see. If we want to see the bottom 3 teams lose as often as possible, that would put Stoke in the bottom 3. It's not too huge of a difference. But West Ham and Villa, if they can continue to lose, Leicester, those types of teams, that would be ideal. But for the moment, we are well above. So we sit here at 19 points, 6 points ahead of 13th. So we'll just keep a hold of it now. But for the moment, we're kind of going through. We're approaching 20 minutes and, keeping them slightly at bay for the moment, Tottenham. Let's see if we can get a little bit creative. They have a free kick right on their byline there. Foyth goes right up this side, and he's just continuing to run. There's Kane and Dumbele. Don't let him have a shot. He's hit the bar. Jesus. What'd I say? Let him have a shot. And that's exactly what happened. Bentancur, Foyth. It's a good midfield here as Kane goes close. And now they're starting to pick up just a little bit here, Tottenham. Moving men forward and creating opportunities. And now they have a free kick. Dangerous. As that gets clipped in, it's headed down and in. Bentancur with it. It's always the free kick that undoes you, isn't it? Every time you're holding off, trying to hold teams off and avoid them scoring, it's always the free kick. Always a free kick. Dowell does well. Get it to Knoll. Is there something here? Jed Wallace isn't going to get to that. Todorovic, though. He's on it. Gets it across to Finley. Moving the ball around okay. Thought he was going to lose it there, but he didn't. And I worry because those slow turns are always a cause for concern. Dowell, good ball out there to Ammon. Does well to cut back inside. And Ammon does so well and can't quite get the finish on target. But not too bad. Another free kick. It's clipped in. Plazzari thankfully grabs a hold of it. And now can we do something here if we can get this forward? Might have to distribute quickly and to the flanks. There were options there. And eventually gets to one of those options as Jed Wallace sneaks in and has a shot into the side netting. So let's see here. Pass into space. In transition. Distribute to flanks. Distribute quickly. We'll take it as long kicks. See if we can get him into... I just pointed at the screen like you could bloody see it. You can get it into these spaces here over by the sidelines where their fullbacks try and break into those spaces. As Foyth gets that across, I thought for a moment that was going to be a penalty as it went through both of them. Son gets it back. Foyth, easy enough for Plazzari in the end. But we'll see if we can exploit those spaces and hit them on the break. Now we have a goal kick. Comes right to them though. Kane on it. Out wide to Foyth, who's flying forward. Do I need to mark him like specifically? He's really causing us issues. Really causing us issues. I'm not going to sympathize. We're going to let them know there's definitely room for improvement. Movement is a specialty of Tom Bradshaw, so we'll see if we can force something here. If he can, you know, find spots in between the center backs. Oh, you know what we can also do? Just hit early crosses. See if we can get out to those spaces on the sidelines and then push good balls in. But they have another free kick. Dele Alli standing on it now. Jack Clark, can we nick it off him? Not quite. Thought we might for a moment. But it's another good ball out wide. We have to defend wider also, but we're not... I don't know if we're on defend wide or not. It seemed like we were already. Can we step up? Oh, come on. That's such a weak goal. That's such a weak goal. Jack Clark there should not be getting that ball off. Look at this. Headed out. Headed down. Look, two of them there. And they just let him walk into that space. Kane has a shot. Plazzari gets a big touch to it. Can't keep it out. Ah, that's so annoying. That's one of those goals where you're just... What can we do? That's not even a setup problem. That's just a not enough effort problem. It's a shame because we were kind of sneaking our way through and trying to get something going, but you can't let them do things like that. As Bradshaw's on it, Ammon has it blocked. It's come back to Manning. And Manning was waiting for the ball in, didn't come. Ammon's still on it. It's out for a throw, and that might be that. No shots on target. Not good enough. We got to put something on target. It's Foyth standing over this now. Bentancur. Foyth is just racing away. too static when players dribble the ball. I dislike that. And I don't think that's in the back of the net. It's a good finish. I don't think that people standing around is even something we can do. I mean, the pressing, it's already in a spot where we should be doing more, but a lot of staticness. Not good enough. And that throw is not good enough, Manning, is it? Now they're looking to break away, but Cooper does well to step in front. Here's Wallace. He steps into space, and he keeps going, and he's finished it off. And Wallace has grabbed a goal. Much better from the lads, but is it too little too late? We're kind of took us a little bit too long to get our tactic really set. But we did switch to positive, and Wallace finds the back of the net. We're going to make another change, though they have a corner. Bentancur is on it. It's going to get recycled. Back out to Martinez, who just scored the goal. Can we win it there? We can, and Bradshaw's won it, and he's going to race away. And he's continuing to move. Bradshaw into the middle here. It's blocked down. Todorovic. These are two tough games we've had to endure today. Wallace on it. Might come away with no points, but, you know, I'm not too upset. I'm just kind of upset on how we conceded that second goal here. And then, you know, the gates are always willing to flood open. Let's play Kikas out here. Let's see what he can do. Not done overly well, Kikas, but we've went back to the pressing forward kind of option. And, you know, Kikas has fallen by the wayside as a result. As that ball comes in, and Foyth. It's offside anyway, but it's a good save from Plazzari. See if we can grab one here and see if we can make it a game late on into these last 10 minutes. We're on positive. Time's ticking. 6 minutes to go as that gets clipped forward. Oh, Cooper does get the handle on it, but it comes right to Skip, and now it's into Bradshaw. And Bradshaw, he's going to go for goal. Oh, it's kind of looked like it might sneak across, but it didn't happen. Another throw in here. Wallace, Bradshaw, Todorovic. Decent ball in. Is blocked. It comes to Manning. Oh, it's going to sneak in. And Manning is going to be credited with the goal, but it's deflection that took it in, and we've come back a little bit here, and now we got a game over the last 5 or so minutes. Wallace on it, Bradshaw, and this ball comes in, gets headed down, out to Manning. He has a hit, and it's just taking that deflection to take it by. It was on target. Should be Manning's goal, but we got 5 or so minutes here. Can we cause a shock 4 minutes into added time? Cooper's on it. We have a free kick. That gets clipped forward. It's not going to come to us, but Manning's going to get that clearance. And Durham here, Dowell. Is there a miracle here? Todorovic, and it's out for a corner. Unbelievable. Can this actually happen? It's clipped in. Cooper, I thought he might get to it. And Durham. And Dumble's fouled. Ugh. Is there another opportunity? A minute to go. We have to win the ball back. Foyth has been running riot on that side, but Thompson does well. It's out for a throw. And knowing the game, this might just be the ending highlight. It's a shame. It's a shame it took us too long to really get that tactic going. That second goal. Gonna look back on that one as the one that's kind of screwed us a little bit here in our comeback attempt. But, you know, I'm hard pressed. They didn't create a single like genuine chance, like a half chance or a clear cut. I'm not too awful. After we figured out what we wanted to do and kind of put it into the tactics, then everything went pretty well from then on. So we'll see how that goes going forward. Stoke and Newcastle draw, which is good, which means we only lose a point. As you can see here, we are down in 11th, but still 5 points ahead of 12th. And, you know, still 9 points ahead of Newcastle, sitting down in 18th. So our season is still going pretty well. 2 tough games here. Conceding that early goal, you know, goals at bad times at the really sums up the day today. But you know, we'll have to take it on the chin and move on. Next time we come back, I think we're going to skip forward a little bit. We haven't done that too much this year. Normally we'd like to get 13, 14 episodes a season perhaps, but we'll skip forward just a little bit and come back for the West Ham game. For that derby, it'll be Watford, Liverpool, Stoke, and then Man City. We'll skip, and then we'll be back for West Ham, guys. But I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, and peace.